What is up, RZ Jones 18 YouTube fans? It is currently almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm off tomorrow, and I wanted to give you guys a little video I decided to put together, and because we're obviously in a new year. Happy 2025 to everybody. And I want to do one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. My top 10 figures of 2024. That worked out really well. You will also notice some figures that would have been on this list are no longer part of the collection. I have been condensely on some certain products I was going really heavy on toward the latter half of the year, and I decided to just take off on those completely, and I will only be doing figures in certain lines, obviously, and I want to get back into doing that specific. Um, I have some niches in here, but they are just too good they're too good figures that I just needed to be here. I've also gotten into a new line from a new company that I'm absolutely adoring. We're supposed to get the next big one from them at my current job, Jungle Gyms, which we will get to in a future video, or might today. I haven't decided yet. But this is the a final video here in this house. Uh, and I bet you're wondering, why is that? Well, in March, I am moving. I'll be moving to Kentucky on sometime between March 29th and April. I'll be moving to Kentucky. March 29th is the last day at Jungle Gyms. I've been there for 6 years. I love the store to death, but it is time to go on to new avenues, and I am excited to see what's going to go. I'll be starting in a new job. All good things. All good things. So, yeah. Um, we'll get into that a little bit at the end, but this is the final video in this room that you'll see. I will definitely probably shoot some stuff throughout the next couple months. I will not be going to the Great Ohio Toy Show in March due to things happening the way they are, and that's okay. There's always the October one later in the year that I can go to if I want to. But without further ado, looking at this, I feel like it's pretty straightforward of like what's in the general area. My top three are already a given. That's already done. It's the rest of them I have to get through. So we'll start at number 10. So my number 10 figure of the year will probably go to this gentleman right here. Now, I got this man in, I want to say October or November of last year. And the sole reason is because he was a pairing to another figure. And so that's why I got him. And I'm really glad I did, because this is a duo that I now have multiple duos of in some way, shape, or form, but you can already clearly see him off the shelf. It is Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. And Armada of the Unicron trilogy is my favorite chapter of the Unicron trilogy. I love Armada to death. Just give you a big hint of where another character will be at. Won't see him for a little bit. It's crazy that two of my number threes are going to be the same character, and number one will be an obvious one. Anyway, but yeah, I know people do not like this figure because of the shoulder issue, and I totally respect that. The shoulders are not the greatest on this figure. I also wish the horns were glued in a little bit better for me, because like they do like to just pop off, which is a little bit of an issue, but I can literally transform him right here on camera and be just super quick. And that's what I love about Hasbro. We may give Hasbro a lot of crap, but I never have issues transforming. A figure I got most recently is the Fans Hobby Power Baser. I got the new version with the more chrome set of limbs and stuff, and I love him, but he is a pain in the butt to get back into all three of his modes, and some joints are really, really tight, whereas on this, very simple. His only weapon is his cannon that is basically plugged into where his hand would be. It's supposed to be the tip of the barrel here. But yeah, that's why he's number 10. He's good, but he's not my favorite Megatron I've owned. I've owned better Megatrons. And you'll see a better Megatron later on the list. For me personally. And but yeah, a lot of Transformers on this list. I'm letting you know right now. Transformers were my real big kick at the later half of this year. Masters is still my go-to. Rio Blast and Modulok. I'm hoping say something about Rio Blast here soon, Mattel. Please, I want to be able to get that figure so I can add it to my collection. And I'm looking for Modulok, so wish me luck. But yeah, number 10, Transformers Legacy. I believe this is Evolution, or if it's United. It's one of the two. Legacy. It's like Transformers Legacy Armada Megatron. My goal in 2025 is to collect all the Armada figures: Red Alert, Hotshot, and Starscream. Titan class, possibly now they'll have more room, maybe, but we're gonna wait and see. But right now, I mainly want to get the two Autobots and the other Decepticon and Starscream. I hope we get more Decepticons. I would love a Bone Crusher. Not Bone Crusher, Demolisher. Oh, I would love a Demolisher. Coming in at number 9 would be the Mattel Creations exclusive Masters of the Universe Origins Rock-On. I have glowed about this figure on other videos. I've glowed about him when I did my unboxing and my unboxing, but my hunt video when I talked about him. What else can I say? This is one of the dopest Masters figures I own, simply because you do this, you bend him down, you get him in the right orientation, you bend his legs down, you get him all, and boom, he's a rock. Like, that doesn't take much. And again, just get everything situated again, rotate the feet, bring it down, rotate, bring it down, rotate, up the head, boom, boom, Rock-On. And the paint on him is so nice. The blue the nice shiny blue that they used. I think the head sculpt on this one in particular looks great. Looks really, really nice. And oh yeah, spinning radar dish. Of the Mattel Creation figures that I got this year, this is my least favorite. I love him, but there were two others that I just preferred. I didn't think Mossman was in 24, so I left him off my list. I think he might have been a 23, so again, he stayed off the list. I mainly stuck with the ones I knew were from last year, which were him, somebody else, and that's where I'll leave it. I am not a Filmation collector, so I do not have the 2-Bad, obviously, and I do not have the Skeletor 2-pack with a little dude. I do not have him either. No Filmation figures on this list. I really want that Cringer, but it's not worth getting a Prince Adam for me. But yeah, there is Rock-On. At number 8, we are going to be going into my new little collecting I've been doing, which is the Blockies Transformers kits. Recently, Jungle Gyms has been getting these guys. We started off with the little ones, the small ones, and then growing into the bigger ones like the Action Class and then the Star Class, which is their Optimus Prime, and we're getting their Megatron, which I will be getting before I leave that store. To get it at my discount, I want to do it. But a certain movie came out in 2024 called Transformers 1 that I absolutely adored. And one of my favorite designs in that movie is this right here. This is the Classic Class Sentinel Prime from Transformers 1, and this thing is just gorgeous, simply gorgeous. The plastic they used, it is just a stunning figure. But not only that, the reason it's at number 8 is that you can convert him into his battle mode from when he fights D16 and Orion at the end of the movie, which I think is brilliant, because it's like, this is the perfect kind of figure to do that with. I know the Studio Series one's going to do it. I love these things so much. These are probably, besides some mainline stuff from Hasbro and a couple maybe third-party stuff down the line, possibly, this will be how I collect Transformers, is right here, is Blockies. These things are absolutely incredible. The detail, the articulation, the fact that everything is nice and painted, like there's no like real contingencies. It comes with the weapons that you want him to have. There's nothing else really to say. This thing is incredible. Not as good as the other two Blockies on this list. There you go. But I love him. So there's him. At number 7, I'm going to give it to my next Masters of the Universe Origins Mattel Creations exclusive, which is the other one I got. One of the other ones I got this year. I did not get Kildor. I did not get Night Stalker, which I know I talked about a lot, and I want to get him. It's just if I can find him for a good price, I'm not spending $33 on creations for him. It's not worth it. I'm not paying full price for another horse. He'll look great on the shelf once my shelves get bigger anyway. But back to him. I have the Masters of the Universe Origins 2024 Creations exclusive Cyclone. I could not put this figure down when I got him, and it is so cool. I love the lenticular chest piece there. I think, again, the head sculpt looks terrific. Let's get close up here. Back it up just a little. You just focus on that. There you go. I think the head sculpt looks great. And, of course, if you bring his hands up and you bring up the waist, he does the thing. And how is that not a fun gimmick? And you push it back down. He's still got great movement. It just, Now, I know this can be a weapon, and I know, like, for Cyclone mode, you put it here. I love the fact that that's movable. I really wanted this one. I love the Masterverse one, the new Eternia one. I got rid of all my new Eternia stuff back in July or August, and that is one big regret I have 2024 is not staying committed to the Masterverse line. I just didn't have the room. Now I will. And I am really tempted to get back into New Eternia here in 2025. So I'll let you know. But this is, he was number 10, 9, 8. Number 7 is Cyclone from Mattel Creations Masters of the Universe Origins. Coming in at number 6, that would be the Blockies 2007 Transformers movie classic class. I do not get why this arm is not wanting to cooperate, because it is loose compared to this one. It does not like to stay in its home. There we go. Turn them on. 2007 Megatron. And look, hats off to MPM. Hell, I'll even give hats off to the Studio Series one that came out this past not last year, but the past year before. But look at this thing. It is incredible. Not only that, you can remove the chest piece, and he's got the Allspark in there. He comes with an alternate chest piece to look like he's got the Matrix being sucked up into his chest. How cool is that? And just visually, he is just pretty. Oh, he's pretty. Pretty. I'm actually going to do this real quick. I'm going to move him out of the way. This figure is incredible. 10, 9, just for me. 8, 7, 6. Okay. So yeah, but number 6 is Megatron. I think this thing looks terrific from all angles. He just looks so good. So yeah, Blockies, classic class Megatron. All right. Here we go. Top 5. And I think we're going to continue on because I know which ones I want to be in there. And at number 5, we're going to give it to the final Blockies figure on this list. And that would be the 2007 Optimus Prime. And again, look how pretty this thing is. It is just gorgeous. I love how they commit to the bit. The building of this chest unit is so cool. And it just, look at him. It's like having a 3-0 figure, but just smaller. And he fits on the shelf. Oh, if their big G1 Prime they put out, where you like has you build the axe and you build the gun and all that, would be number 11. That would be in here. A lot of primes on this list. You're gonna find out. Um, but yeah, no. I'm happy to have representation of that era of Transformers because that was the first time I ever got to see them in live action in theaters. And it's nice to have representation of that now in the collection. I love to have a Bumblebee for Bumblebee and a Rise of the Beast Prime for Rise of the Beasts. But we'll wait and see. But there's my number 5, Blockies, Transformers 2007 Optimus Prime. All right, guys. Number 4. And at number 4, this is everybody's number 1 figure of the year, but I've gotten 3 others that I just love even more. And I have stories for all 3 of my top 3. The reason I have this guy is simply word of mouth. That is the only reason I have him, and word of mouth does not do this thing justice. This is my first ever Transformers Legacy Evolution Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime. This thing is just perfect. It's perfect. There is no real qualms with this thing. I do not want the DNA upgrade kit. I think that's a pointless upgrade kit for me personally. It does what it does so well. Is the base mode lacking? For sure. But the combined mode, the base robot, the vehicle mode, transformation, you don't get better than that. Except Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, which is something else I want. I have a Prime problem. I love this figure. Transformation's really easy, really easy to get into. I love this figure. But we'll get to my number 2 in a second. But that is my number 4 is Legacy Commander Optimus Prime. Now, you're going to wonder why this one is so high on the list. And there's a good reason why. It's my first Mattel Creations figure I ever bought. Before Skyclone, before Rock-On, before Wondar, before any of them, this was my first one. And so he means a lot more because of that. It is the Mattel Creations exclusive Extendar. I love the original Extendar figure from Masters of the Universe. I love that figure so much. It is one of my favorite figures of the original toy line. I want him back so bad. So bad. And when I saw this get solicited at Comic-Con, I was like, well, let's go. This is going to be the easiest one to get. And for my first time buying a figure through a company's website, I had no issues. He got here nice. The card's nice. It's on my wall. I absolutely adore this figure. It is so much fun. The posability is crazy. If you buy multiples of these things, you can have like a 10-foot tall Extendar if you wanted to. It's insane. The possibilities with the joints, and yet he doesn't lose the fact that he is a Motu figure. But there's a reason why he's number 3, and it's this little dude right here. It's this arm. Whenever you move this arm in any other direction, it'll not, so as you can see, it's not moving. If I move this arm, oh, hang on, did I fix, oh wait, no, it was this one. So in order for this arm to stay in place, I have to turn it a certain way, and then it stays. But if I move it, it pops out. I don't know what's wrong with my copy of him, but if I don't touch him, he's fine. It's just this arm. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way the joint works. I'm not too sure. But if you also look at it, like it sits in a little bit more than this arm does. So I really don't know, but that's why he's number 3. It's simply because I have a QC issue with him. Other than that, I love this thing so much. Now, my number 2 figure of the year. This was solicited in this was revealed in 23. and it came out in 24, and I missed pre-orders upon pre-orders upon pre-orders. I missed it 3 times for both versions. And then I went to Toy Department and I saw a box in their case for Transformers, and I was like, CO1, that's not what I think it is it? There's no way that's what I think it is. It's the longer one. So that's the one I want too. That can't be it. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, it was what I wanted. My number 2 figure of the year, Missing Link, Optimus Prime, the toy version. What is there to say? This thing is just incredible. That's all there is to it. Simply put, incredible. This is a G1 Optimus Prime with modern articulation, with legs that can go in and out, with a thigh swivel, with a deep knee bend, and he has ankle tilt. You have the Matrix chamber with the gold matrix, die-cast metal, you've got posable hands, you've got the trailer, which I think you can see right here. There it is, right there, displayed on my Spider-Man. But this is, I've wanted a G1 Prime representing in my collection for the longest time, and I've been having my eye on one for the past 2 years, and he's $275. He's really expensive, but it would have been the G1 Prime on the shelf. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. I have a G1 Prime now, and I can play with him, I can pose him, and it's great. But yeah, that's my number 2. Now is Missing Link G1 Prime. Now, this is a biased, completely understandable for me. My favorite movie of 2022 was Matt Reeves' The Batman. I have owned every version of this version of Batman at this point, except the InArt one. It's the only one I've never owned. I've owned a Mafex one. I've owned the SH one. I've owned the Hot Toy. I've owned the McFarlane one. And every single one of these figures has their ups and has their downs. However, I can solemnly say that one version of this character got it right. Almost too right. This is one of the best figures I've ever messed with, and I only find it fitting that the first figure I ever bought while living in this place was a Mezco Batman, and to cap off living here, my number 1 figure of 2024 is Mezco's The Batman. I had this thing on pre-order on Big Bag Toy Store back in 2022 when it was first announced that they were doing it, and I never thought it was going to come out. I didn't know how pre-orders worked at the time, so I canceled it. I never thought I would see it. Toy Department, which I'm going to miss dearly, had him at the price for retail, and I picked this up so quickly. And here he is. Here is the Mezco 1/12 Collective Matt Reeves, The Batman. And this is the scale, the material, and the way I wanted him represented on my shelf for the longest time. Because the Hot Toy one was the ideal outfit. It's just the scale. I am not a 1/6 collector. I'm a 1/12 collector. This is what I love to collect, are 1/12 scale figures. And I mean, now, I bet you're looking at my figure going, why does it look weird around the neck? I did a mod, my first ever mod on a figure, and I did the mod because I knew I'm keeping him. Like, he is the representation of Pattinson's Batman on my shelf, And so I did a mod. Now, if you remember in the movie, the collar sits a little bit higher on the neck, and it gives him more of a neck in the movie. Well, when you get this figure base out of the box, the collar's deep in the suit, and that makes the head look kind of shrunk. But with how I did, with the mod that I did, the collar sits a little bit higher up to the hair, and now his head doesn't look like it's sitting on itself. And all you do to that simply is you take off the head, you remove this chest piece, you take off the cape, which I broke, but I will fix with super glue and fix all that stuff. And then you take out the collar. It's glued in by two pegs on the top. You take the collar off, and then you situate the neck better, put the collar back on with the cape underneath, put the chest back on, and boom. And the likeness on the unmasked head is not perfect. I will definitely say that. It is not at all perfect. But here, I can actually give you guys a little bit. Yes, you guys give you a little bit of a. There you go. It's not perfect. I mean, that's for sure. It's not even remotely perfect, but it looks like him. It looks like Bruce. So therefore, I am not going to. Woo! I'm not going to say a word. He still looks terrific. I want to get the McFarlane Batcycle, the motorcycle now, to go with him because I know he'll fit on there because he's the same scale as the McFarlane figures. Um, I know there's a Batmobile out for this scale that I would love to get for him, but to go through it again, number 10, Legacy Armada Megatron. Number 9, Origins Rock On. Number 8, Blocky Sentinel Prime. Number 7, Origins Skyclone. Number 6, Blocky's Megatron for 2007. Number 5, Blocky's Optimus for 2007. Number 4, Armada Commander Armada Prime. Number 3, Creations Extendar. Number 2, Missing Link Prime. And my number 1 figure of 2024 would be Mezco's Matt Reeves, the Batman. And there you go. That is my top 10 figures of 2024. 24 was a rough year. Just that's all there is really to say about that. 24 was a rough year. A lot happened. A lot of big things happened in this year. I got to see my first stand-up special. I got to go to my first concert. I got to do hibachi for the first time for my birthday. A lot of firsts happened, and I hope I continue those firsts. I went to my first big toy convention this past year, which was crazy. And only I think now one thing survived that I've nulled out from that, and that is a little Masters of the Universe piece. My collecting this year has been all over the place. There have been months where I've been collecting non-stop, and then there have been months where I don't collect anything at all. And I occasionally will bring home some blockies to build, which I've been doing a lot of. A lot of them are at my mom's, at my new home. So now they're just getting dusted, gathering dust till I get there. And this is kind of where my collecting kind of ends till March. I have a new store to look forward to for Comics to Games. I'll be next to an FYE and a GameStop really close to me, so that'll be nice. A lot of things are going to change, and it's weird, but it's good. It's a good weird. And as you guys can clearly see, the video is great. You want to know why? I got a new phone in 2024, and I'll be excited to shoot things up for you guys. I'm hoping to do more with the channel moving into this year. I know I always say that, but I actually want to, because I'm getting a space to where I can have a room dedicated to this, and that gives me more motivation to do things when it comes to this stuff. In here, it's just a bedroom. Like, there's nothing extra to it. Like, I have 1, 2, 3 shelves worth of stuff that are barely full to begin with. You know, I want to get more shelves and fill a room with just shelving to put my figures on, and, you know, order figures and actually start doing what I love, which is collecting, but on a better note. And I'll be able to do that with my new attire, with my new job. It's all good things. I can say that right now. It's all good things. Um 2024 brought a lot of sad. It brought a lot of good, and yeah. But let's look forward to 2025. Let's look forward to this year. We got a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of good figures coming out this year. Age of the Primes for Transformers looks great. We got some Mezcos coming out this year I'm looking forward to. Masters of the Universe is still kicking and screaming. My one goal for 2025 is, now that I have the room and the table I'm currently using is going with me, my goal is to have an Eternia by the end of the year. That is my big goal for the year, is to get Eternia. When? I don't know. Maybe I just save up money every check and I get it for my birthday in December. I'm not sure yet. But I know where one is, and I know how much it costs. And if I'm able to, down the line, my goal is to get Eternia. And, you know, hopefully this year, you know, Masters, they've been so focused on Turtles and Filmation. I'm ready to get back to Origins again, because they're not done. We still have like 7 or 8 more figures to get through for the year. We still need a Too Bad, for crying out loud. Filmation got them first. It's so aggravating. You know, we need a new Slime Pit. We need a new a Fright Zone. We need more of the Horde. I want Catra in Origins. I know they got her already in freaking Filmation. I want a Catra for Origins. Modulok's out there now, and I like the Modulok that's out there. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. But he's too much. He's not too much. He comes with too much. Like, I'm not going to use all those pieces at all. And I want to get a Modulok for my Horde, because my Horde doesn't feel right without him. Also, I told myself I wouldn't, but I want to get the Sunman. I want to find all the Sunmen and put them with my Sunman figure. And, you know, do something with Pighead. I don't know. The only 2 Masterverse figures I currently own in my collection are both Pighead and Sunman, because they're frankly 2 of the best figures I've ever played with in the Masterverse line. But that's near here or there. We'll get there when we get there. Thanks, guys, for listening to my top 10 of the year. Big news. I'm moving. And let's get ready for it. I'll keep you guys updated. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about my top 10. Let me know your top 10 down in the comment section below. I've been RZJones18. Welcome to the new year. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.